So what if Apple was out to kill the iPhone 15 Pro Max for something different? As yes, it seems Cupertino wants to use a competitor name for the next iPhone series. We have new information on how Samsung plans to give a hard hit to its competitors with the Galaxy S23, and how would you feel if Apple adopted the touchscreen Mac they have said they'll never do? I'm Jaime Rivera, and can you believe it's Friday and I'm not even close to recovering from jet lag? This is Pocketnow Daily, powered by Blue Eddy. The official news today are non-existent, but let's start with Apple and their upcoming headphones. It is reported that the company is working on releasing new budget-friendly AirPods that would be priced at $99, making those the most affordable model for the series, and your guess is as good as mine as to how much lower they can go from AirPods 2, because you know they're not my favorite. These new earbuds would arrive next year, and around that same time, we would see the next generation AirPods Max. Quo didn't offer any additional information about the premium headphones, but rumors claim that the new model will come with improved noise cancellation, better battery, new color options, USB-C instead of Lightning, and also a U1 chip for precision finding in the Find My application. Anyways, I think it's about time that we get new AirPods Max, because I really want to see how Apple will improve the new version, because yes, there's a lot of aspects that could be better, starting with the fit. Now moving on, let's continue talking about Apple. We'll actually do a lot about that, but let's switch to the Mac, because we've got some interesting reports. Ming-Chi Kuo stated that Cupertino will launch their first OLED MacBook by the end of 2024. Kuo says that the OLED model will bring a few advantages over the mini LED Apple currently uses for the MacBook Pros and the iPad Pro. It will allow for thinner and lighter devices with more diverse form factors. On this report, Kuo doesn't say which MacBooks will be the first to adopt OLED, but we have previous reports made by industry analyst Ross Young claiming that the first model will be the 13-inch OLED MacBook Air by 2024. Now, where things get interesting, and should I even say contradictory, is when we get Mark Gurman providing his latest report, in which he claims that the company is now working on adding touchscreens to the Mac. Gurman says that engineers are actively engaged on the project, indicating that the company is seriously considering producing touchscreen MacBooks, or Macs. The first MacBook Pro with a touchscreen would retain a traditional laptop design and would also stick to macOS, as Apple is not working to combine iPadOS with macOS, according to the report. So yeah, this would be a major change in the company strategy with Macs, but we'll see what happens, because Apple has reportedly proven using a touchscreen on a standing display makes no sense. What are they going to do? Make this a convertible? Is it a detachable? I don't know what it's going to be, but it's just going to be weird if it happens. But it's not the first time that Apple contradicts itself. Now let's talk about Samsung, since we have a lot to talk about. The Galaxy S23 series, this was actually the hottest news, but bear with me on that one. We're just 1 month away from its launch, and as we get closer to that date, more and more leaks just continue surfacing. According to a new report, the Korean company might bump the Galaxy S23's base storage to 256 gigs, which is double that of its predecessor and pretty much all its competitors. Other aspects of the S23 Ultra will receive improvements as well. On this model, we're getting a better speaker and microphone system, a faster fingerprint scanner, an improved cooling system, and more. We already know that the flagship will be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and will have a 200 megapixel camera sensor, but now Ice Universe shared some new details about the camera department. He reported that Sammy is fixing some old issues from the camera with the Ultra model. He claims that this new system provides better stabilization, and apparently it's improved dramatically. And according to him, the focus issues that we had on previous models, more like the S20 Ultra, will no longer be a problem. Just to wrap it up, earlier today we got to see some press renders that reveal color variants of the new lineup and, well, also the final design. We can see that all three models will share pretty much the same four color variations: Phantom Black, Cotton Flower, Botanic Green, and Mystic Lilac. We'll see how that goes. This episode of the Pocketnow Daily is sponsored by Blue Eddy. We just spent some quality time at their booth at CES 2023 having a look at their new AC500. Think modular energy for all occasions that can use up to 6 B300S batteries for either your camping needs or a power outage at home with up to 18,400 watt hours of capacity. It features 16 outlets that can pump 5 kilowatts of pure sine wave power, and you can now even power it through solar and AC inputs. At its full potential, it can be paired with a second AC500 for a crazy 240 volt, 10,000 watts of output for all heavy-duty requirements. Best of all, you can control it through the Blue Eddy application, and there's a 2-year limited warranty. Click the first link in the description to learn more about what makes the AC500 with B300S battery so special. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's switch back to Apple and talk about the upcoming iPhone 15 series. Yes, I'll start talking about mass production, but trust me, this is not a snooze fest today. According to a new report, Cupertino has ordered Foxconn to begin new machine trial production for the iPhone 15 and begin new product introduction for this device. The report also mentions that this year's process will be different from previous years due to production taking place in both China and India, which is probably a result of issues caused by the lockdowns in China. This year's lineup is expected to feature 4 models once again, but an Ultra variant will replace the Pro Max. Mark Gurman stated that this Ultra variant will have some exclusive features, including a titanium frame with haptic volume buttons. That information was also reported by Ross Young a few months ago, so we now have 2 very reliable sources, meaning that this will most likely happen. On this report, Gurman also said that the dynamic island will now be included in all 4 models for the first time. In today's question, let us know, what do you think? The Ultra name is a Samsung name. How do you feel about Apple adopting it for the Pro Max, 1? And then 2, what would you want? Would you want the Pro and the Ultra to share the same features? Because I think that's the way it should be. I don't want to buy a big phone just for this. Then again, titanium means it's a lighter build, so I might be enticed. Leave us a comment down below. Love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media, as our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me state the truth about jet lag. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.